Hello, hi everyone. It has been a while since we made a video on the channel, but it feels so good to finally be back. Hopefully to get back into rhythm in doing this whole thing. But first, I'm starving. Burned the garlic. Should have known. Anywho, hi, how are you all doing? It's been a very long time. It's been, I think, like 4 weeks now since my last upload, and it's felt like a very long time. A lot of things have happened, and I need to catch you guys up on for all that. I figured before we jump right into the meat and potatoes of videos again, we do a little ease in, a little vlog to just catch up. So let's do the biggest news first. We are moving. And I have a brand new studio coming up that is like 3 times bigger than the one now. Now I'm gonna do an official, maybe how I set up my studio or how I designed my 2021 studio, or a full-on studio tour, maybe a little bit of both. Let me know what you want to see. But I wanted to give you kind of just a quick overview of pretty much the overall design principle. The reason why is because the biggest struggle I have here in this studio is efficiency. I am so inefficient here, and the reason why is because my space is so limited for what I want to do. Let me show you. So, I have 3 ways for me to go to the other side of the table to literally sit down. 1, either I crawl under, which is what I typically do. I crawl underneath in order to get to that side. 2, I just like slide on over the table, but that rarely happens because I always have stuff on it and I can't really just slide through all those things, all the games, all the camera gear, and who knows what else I have on here. And 3, if I were to go to like the side, which is, this is the only side I can go because this side is blocked off with my other desk. If I were to go here, what I do like at least 4 out of 10 times is hit my freaking blackboard, and this smacks over and it just knocks over so easily. On top of that, I have to like maneuver myself all the way through here. So this gets knocked down all the time. I like smack my head against the microphone at least once a week. And the 2 other big things is with my computer setup. Every time I want to set up for a podcast, for a Revamped, it's always a hassle because I always have to move this light, which is extremely heavy, to the other side, and my tripod gets set up over here, and there's just so much other wiring and rigging going on, going from like a regular studio set to a podcast set. So because of that, that's probably why I don't end up making Revamped episodes as often as I would like to, because it's just such a pain to set up every single time. And the last thing, of course, is the board games. My board games have always been stored here in my closet. As you can see though, everything is gone. This used to be stacked from bottom to all the way up top with board games. There used to be board games on literally every single shelf. Right now it's surprisingly pretty empty. It just looks like there's a lot of stuff, but there's much less clutter here than there was before. But basically, long story short, it was hard to access board games, and also hard to, when I forget pieces, which I forget them all the time, it's also hard to put them back, because then I'd have to dig through this entire thing in order to find like one little meeple or one little card. Now I don't want to keep you all hanging, so we're gonna give you a little tour of what the studio is going to look like, and maybe just some ideas that I have set in stone, some ideas I'm kind of still thinking about. Red Bull has been my favorite energy drink for ages, but this right now is taking a spot. Seatbelt first! And we have officially arrived to the new studio. There is so much echo in there, but I will try my best to keep close to the camera so you don't hear too much of that. And also, look at my nice broken door. I am seriously so excited to give you an official studio tour, but until then, check out what we got. Okay, so let's talk about what I have in mind for the design so far. Now this right here is pretty much set in stone. This is why we've done this already. So behind me, you'll see these black wooden panels. Now these I put in 1 by 1. They're like, what, 5/8 inch thick, about almost 8 feet tall from floor to ceiling. And there's about 32 panels total, so around 16 here and about 14 here. Actually, that makes out to be 30. And then we painted it all matte black. Now the idea here is for it to be sort of like a podcast setup. So this right here would kind of be the angle, maybe cut off the window a little bit. Maybe it's like kind of towards the corner. I was thinking of adding the revamped like neon sign up there. But I do want like a nice chair here, maybe some plants. I'm not really like a plant person, but I think plants would give this a nice pop of color, nice little green and brown. This was heavily inspired, if not like taken straight from Pinterest, and I'm glad it turned out the way it did because I am not handy at all. So I'll post a link to the Pinterest when I do the official studio tour as well if you're interested in that. And then we have this matte black panel all the way across. I'm still a little bit undecided about that because I do want like a gear wall. So the door is gonna stop like right here and I have a good, I don't know, maybe like 10 feet to work with. And from here, it would be nice to have like slats, horizontal, like a metal slat of horizontal base that way I can kind of just hang a bunch of backpacks here and put all my lenses in one spot. And then ideally I would also have like a charging station, but I don't know if I want to make it like on the bottom yet. Now another source of inspiration that I had for like this matte black gear wall is from Becky and Chris. Their overall aesthetic is insanely good, but maybe I can kind of put a like charging station to the left over there. I haven't decided yet whether or not I kind of want just like a charging station right on this black area or over there by the wooden panels. Not totally sure yet, but at least overall idea, this is going to be reserved for gear. Now, next, I am so excited about this. So as soon as you walk in the door, I want you to see like a photo gallery area. So ideally I want black and white frames all the way across here. Maybe, I'm thinking all of them like the same size. I don't really want to make a pattern out of it. Just a really nice, classy photo wall. Maybe have some lights right above each frame too so they point down. And of course they'd be like, maybe my favorite photos that I've taken across like everything, lifestyle, landscape, board games of course. My favorite board game photos up here. I think it'd be really cool to showcase as well, especially when you can finally have guests over, they can check out some of the cool stuff that I've done. And I don't know, it's just a wall of accomplishment. How about that? A wall of self-accomplishment. Peter McKinnon and Beck and Chris are two really big sources of inspiration for this, having just this white-black wall with white-black photo frames. I thought it was really nice and really cool, and I want to do something similar to kind of their own setup. Now next for this matte blue wall, actually the paint color is called Blueberry Pie, which is funny because, I don't know, blueberries are my favorite fruit. So there you go. My Blueberry Pie wall is going to be the studio wall. Now I was thinking and debating between like having the green like for the last studio or having blue. I feel like I fluctuate a lot between green and blues anyway, so I decided to go with blue this time, switch it up. How you see the framing now is kind of what I want to have for the overall studio look. So this left corner is going to be designated for the main YouTube studio video wall, and then I'm also going to have some panels in the back of like different elements, fire, earth, water, wind, and it's going to be like white metal. Ideally too, it'd be nice to either incorporate the LED lamps that I had last time, those long strips, or maybe I can have just like small individual ones that point downward for each sign. That'd be really nice. But on either side, the left side and the right side, I actually have some new lights coming in, which are the Noksu floor lamps. I'm gonna talk all about that lamp. It is amazing. So that floor lamp is like a RGB light, also has like a white aura to it. So that white aura plus the white elements plus a blue wall, it just gives a really nice overall aesthetic to this brand new studio setup. And then my table actually is also going to be new as well. It's going to be a dry erase board table, so that's also white and black. And it's also gonna look really cool because I'm gonna have some really interesting ideas for how to incorporate that into board game videos, doing top-down shots of like different gameplay videos. So I'm stoked, amped, excited about that, can't wait. Now originally, I actually wanted to split this accent wall in half. So the left was just going to be the studio and the right was going to be something very like futuristic and techy for my computer setup. But in the meantime, I just decided to go with one clean blue wall because I felt like there was just too much going on between the black and white walls behind me versus, you know, the white walls to the left and right. And then if I make that a different color, I just feel like there's too much going on. So for now, I'm just gonna work with one clean blue slate. On the right side, I have no idea what I'm gonna do yet, but for sure, it's going to be my computer desk setup. So this will be my editing station. If I have like tech gear, tech videos, tech reviews in the future, it's all gonna be over here. Now for the third wall, don't worry, I did not forget about the core of this channel, and that is of course, board games. So this is going to be not Kallax bookshelves, it's going to be the Billy bookshelves from IKEA. We're gonna do like a little black and white scheme with it. I think we can fit maybe 3 to 4 bookshelves, depending on if that can fit with the AC sitting there. All the bookshelves with easily accessible board games. It would be nice to separate them by color, but I think I'm gonna end up separating them by like, these are due now, these are due next week, and these are due the week after in terms of video content and all that. I'm excited because this will hopefully be the game room as well. I do need a nice big board gaming table to fit in the middle, so hopefully that will come in the future. If only I had a nice custom board gaming table to put right smack here in the middle, it would look really nice. Can't wait to make some cinematics about that as well. Now, a couple other minor details. I think I want to put like a couch right in the middle, and some sound panels, some really nice white classy sound panels in the corner instead of like the janky foam panels that I've been using. It would be nice too to also get some bass traps in the corner, but honestly bass traps aren't the prettiest thing, so I don't know if I want to do that yet. However, we do need to eliminate some echo. Ideally I want some white acoustic sound panels right here to help absorb the sound where I'm recording majority of the time, and maybe some white sound panels in the ceiling or on the ceiling right above over here. This room definitely needs to be sound treated, but hopefully the echo will be reduced a lot once all the furniture moves in, and also once I have some blackout and sound curtains over there as well. And in my old studio setup, it was always hard to actually get some natural light in there because A, it was only one tiny window, and B, it was hard to reach that window because again, I would have to crawl out on the table and open it and close it every single day, which became a hassle. Eventually, I didn't even use that window at all. I just kind of just stuck with my studio lights. But now we get some really nice natural light coming in from 2 huge windows, which will be great for vlogging and for just chilling and relaxing, doing all that, and get some nice, airy, fresh vibes as I'm editing. So that's gonna be way more inviting than sitting in the dark as I usually do anyway. Lighting overall is just absolutely incredible in the studio. Just look at that nice soft diffused light going across. I feel like when I have my podcast setup over there, it's gonna look really nice and it's gonna look really nice and airy for doing podcast setups over there, or whatever kind of videos I'm doing on this side. But yeah, that's pretty much the overall studio setup idea that I have for now. We're actually moving in very soon, within the next week or so as of the time of this recording, which is June 4th, which means we have about a week before we finally move everything in. Hopefully we get settled soon because I really want to be making videos ASAP. Need to finish some client videos. That's another reason why I've been kind of out of YouTube for a bit. 2 other reasons. One was because I have 5 Kickstarter client videos that I need to get done, which is amazing, no complaints about that, but it's really hard to manage that along with, life and house stuff and moving and all the renovations we've been doing here. But I need to get that done, need to get some photo shoots done. It's also, for the second reason, it's also graduation season. I am behind about 4 to 5 client photos due very, very soon, but I do have a video coming up. It's called 5 Unique Graduation Poses for 2021. I'm gonna have a couple of different variants of those, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting, it's gonna be different. It's not board game related, but of course, I'm wanting to expand outside of that for some ages now, and with this new studio setup, with a whole hybrid of board games and photography, it's like the perfect time to be hybridizing that even more. But thank you all for joining me for this vlog. I hope you're excited and amped and pumped, as pumped as I am to move into this new space. I'm telling you now, I have some insane ideas lined up for Street Fighter and Oath, and all of it's gonna be done here in this brand new studio. Comment down below, tell me what you are most excited about to see in this studio space. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. Do you like the new studio space? Do you like the blue wall? Like the black and white photo gallery? Bottom line, it's good to finally see you all again. It's good to be making videos, and I can't wait to finally move in, get settled, and show you what ideas I have in mind.